Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Welcome unto this show. We got a special one here for you this morning. So we said welcome to the return of the real Elijah the Prophet ministry. We welcome you to get on board with us this morning. The Spirit have been on me greatly. And I'm very much concerned, peoples. I'm concerned about your welfare. I'm concerned about your life. And most of all, I'm concerned about your babies, your little ones. I see the temple of God have been defiled. It's corrupt. Because your bodies are the temple of God. And it's supposed to stay clean. It's supposed to be clean. Because your Father is a holy God. And only holy peoples, you must be holy in order to serve God. But before we take off and go too fast here this morning, I would like to have a sidebar this morning. And you know what I'm going to speak about? I'm going to speak about this to you all. Sugar. Black peoples. Sugar. Black peoples, you're going to have to let go of the sweets. The sweets is destroying your minds. It's destroying your brains. You cannot function. If you can't think, well, what you're trying to achieve in life is not going to be possible. It's more than the sugars involved, but I'm just speaking about the sugar right now. It hardens the arteries. It stops up the blood vessels. The blood vessels in your brains, the blood can't flow through. And not only that, it also makes you bald-headed. It takes your hair out of your head. That's what sugar does, my brothers. Sugar takes hair out of your head. You understand? The reason why most black men are bald-headed, I'm speaking about black men, that's what I'm speaking about. I'm not trying to be prejudiced or nothing like this here. But I must go home first and speak to my own peoples first. Sugar destroys. If you can't think, then you'll never know what God are you serving. I'm talking about God this morning. But if your mind is not right, then I'm wasting my time. So I'm going to try to help you to get right, to get off of sugar, sweets, candy bars, sodas. Leave it alone. Your body was not made for that. So much for that now. Just remember what I say, brothers. That's the reason why most of these young men are bald-headed. You got to shave all the hair off your head because your hair begin to disappear. Come and go with me now. My subject this morning I would like to talk about is, first of all, let me pause for my sponsor. That's who sent me. Yahweh, your heavenly Father, sent me. The God of armies sent me. The great God Jehovah sent me. He sent me here to do his mighty will. And my job, peoples, is to prove to you all, am I that prophet Elijah? That's my job. It's about 4:15 in the morning. We are all on our posts, on duty. My cameraman, Brother Andrew Ratchet, and my right-hand man, Brother Julian Young of the Jehovah's Witnesses. We are here this morning to do God's will. And his will is that I come and turn you around. His will is that I come and draw their fathers back to the children's, and the heart of the children back to their fathers. But my subject this morning would be, am I controlled by unseen forces? Are you with me this morning, peoples? Am I controlled by unseen forces? Well, let me take you back to a portion of my life. When I was a young man, I was around about 18 or 19 years old. I was living a life of partying and having a good time. So one day, I got me a girlfriend. Listen to me well, peoples. And my girlfriend loved me very much. And I loved her very much. I was still wet behind the ears. I didn't even know what life was all about. I had my own little spot. And this place was in Augusta, Georgia. Follow me well, peoples. In Augusta, Georgia. I used to live right across from the Lenox Theater. I had me a place there. I was on my own then, peoples. Follow me well. And all at once, my girlfriend used to come to my place and we lie down in the bed together. We slept together. Because I loved her and she loved me. But all at once seemed like jealousy came into the picture. No, I knew what you was getting ready to say. You thought I was getting jealous of her. Or she was getting jealous of me. No. It seemed like the spirit got jealous. The spirit would come and get in my bed with me and hold me down. Now, I was afraid I wouldn't tell anyone what was going on in my life with me. Because I figured that if I told anyone what was going on in my life, they would have thought I was insane. Follow me, peoples. Follow me. Every time looked like in the afternoon when the weather would get dreary, I knew when they was coming, or whatever it was coming, I knew. And this whatever it was would ride me and hold me down. I could tell that it wasn't trying to destroy me, but something was happening. Okay, follow me. I'm going to leave from there now, but wait before I go. My girlfriend one night was lying in the bed, and this thing or whatever came into my place. I had one little room, see. I wasn't able to afford a large place. I just had one little room, and I was in this room. And meantime, when it came in, it grabbed me, and I mean, it just controlled me. I couldn't even move. And I said, "You're hurting me, you're hurting me." And then they let me go. And I looked over at my girlfriend, I said, "You heard me hollering for help. You heard me hollering for help." Peoples, she looked at me, turned her head straightward, and closed her eyes and went to sleep. She didn't even respond. Come on with me. I'm finna show you something here. Years passed by. Different things was happening to me. I'm taking you to where you are. I'm finna leave myself now. I'm finna come to where you live. Am I controlled by unseen forces? Men's used to be men's. Females used to be females. You had a lot of respect for her. If you saw her coming down the street and you were speaking words that was unbecoming, someone would say, "Shh, hey man, stop. Don't do that. A lady is coming." And everybody would be quiet until she walked by. Because they gave the females so much respect. Vice versa, the women would respect the males. And everybody just had respect for one another. You call that old school. That's what you call it. But let me tell you something about what was happening then. It's a portion in the Bible where it says, what goes on in the dark will come to the light. Now, if I run out of time, I'll finish on my next segment. So, what goes on in the dark will surely come to the light. So the Lord said this. Peoples, my time is running out now. But I want you to stay tuned. I want to show you something, what's happening in your homes. Stay tuned for the Elijah the Prophet, the return of the Elijah the Prophet ministry. See you next time. Thank you.